in the darkness there exists something. For even the fathomless must have an end. Because where there is nothing, there must be something for it to be nothing against. There cannot be dark if there is not light. And in that emptiness, in that void of space, something knocks. A pounding, growing louder and louder. Gunshots firing, someone's shaking you awake. A voice is calling out to you. Your vision fades back into consciousness as a battle medic is yelling at you. The sound of gunfire slowly overwhelms the beating of your heart as the world comes back into focus. "What's your name, soldier?" the person says. Barefoot, would you please introduce your character?
I'm going first. What?
Yes.
Oh.
Would you like me to set the scene a little bit more?
Yes, please.
I was
You
half
guys-
expecting you to just hit the... you're finally awake.
You're
Josh
finally awake.
trying to cross the border.
Wake up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
You guys are, as you're coming back into consciousness, and you remember who you are and what you're doing here, you have been sent into the bowels of the ship of the rogue trader, the LMS Explorer, this freighter that's been fitted to be useful for mining expeditions, traversing difficult terrain and various extremities in the galaxy. It's got mining gear and whatnot. It's not built for combat or anything, but it is slick and nimble and useful for avoiding most of the threats outside. However, inside there are problems. Deep below the decks, some people that have been exposed to the warp through various forms of travel have started to become having visions. There's sedition amongst the ranks, insubordination, and some of these cultics that have started to band together are speaking heretical doctrine and starting to work, trying to band together to fight against their employers, the people that enslave them, that cause them to work as indentured servants to this amass. People start to not believe in the Emperor, thinking that even his light cannot reach here. And so you guys have gone below decks to try and suss out these individuals, not realizing that they actually had amassed an army already, gathering bits of whatever sort of materials and tools that they can. They've gathered weapons and materials and started to band together. They have reinforced some of these holes, but they are no match for you. And you guys have barged through. In an attempt to simply meet them, you came equipped and now have bare bones, weapons, and armor ready to face whatever comes your way. This was not meant as an assault, but has turned into one. And so as you are coming back to consciousness, you see the battle medic turn to another person that has been splashed with some sort of caustic chemical, and they go over to them, and they're still trying to, make sure that you're conscious, that you've got your vitals. And so they ask for your name, your rank, how old you are, what's your blood type, asking you questions to make sure that you don't have a concussion. What do you say to them, Barefoot?
By the Emperor, who am I?
Oh, Throne, he doesn't remember his name.
Who am I? Switches into Xavier Renegade Angel voice. Well, it's a quite philosophical question.
You seem able enough. Pick up a lasgun and get to it. There's more heretics coming this way.
Aye, heresy, more like noesy.
That is
Commissar
awful.
kills you on the spot.
He kills a clone.
He kills a clone. Oh my goodness, no, don't bring that back.
No, don't worry. That's gonna be my character's gimmick. Every time he dies,
No.
I'm gonna submit the same character again.
Surely.
Uh, you manage to get to your feet and scramble to a position. The entire floor beneath you is shaking with the sounds of explosions and troops marching. This is also the interior of the ship. It's not up to snuff necessarily, so a lot of this construction is very bare bones. It's not quite, rusted and falling away, but it hasn't necessarily been like upkept. They don't scrub these floors, so a lot of this is maybe loose screws and kind of ramshackle, and so things are shaking down here. But it's especially shaking because you have an Astartes with you. As they are marching forward, their presence signifies the battle line. With each step, the troops advance and the enemy retreats. The green armor of the salamander Gaviel is even more of an intimidating presence, with the red streaks splattered across it. The battles of the ship you march through are forgotten and abandoned, with the only light being the occasional burst of gunfire and the massive jets of flame that come from the salamander's weapons. There really isn't much technology down here. There's the occasional, Vox machine or, doorway that might have some sort of console or whatnot. But a lot of this is like spinning locks. If you think of like the insides of a submarine, how it's all sort of these manual things that you have to control, it's that kind of situation. At this point, though, your crew has managed to make your way out of the cramped hallways and are now starting to enter into an open ventilation shaft, which seems to be this large chasm-like structure that you can see has not been used in a long time, but it's used for venting any sort of waste from the engines that needs to be like vented out into this sort of space. In order for any sort of emergency repairs, or if there's a catastrophic malfunction, the engine can vent off stuff down one of these large shafts. But as you are crossing it, there is this like very small, kind of rickety pathway that goes across it. That's mostly just used for maintenance. But you can see that it has been burned and singed several times over, that it's got this sort of corroded exterior to it, and the metal of it is actually, all the nuts and bolts are like welded shut basically due to the venting nature of it. But you can tell that you don't think it would hold the weight of a rhino necessarily, but the cultists are retreating and now starting to bottleneck at the far end of the bridge, trying to hold you guys at bay. But you guys do start to make your way across the bridge. The stream of flame from the Space Marine's weapon of choice incinerates fleeing soldiers as you continue to march behind them. The enemy troops start to settle in for a battle of attrition at the far end, some of them even taking up spots along the bridge that seem to have these very rickety, short-lasting spots of cover where they've set up like boxes or pieces of broken down doors and basically anything that they can find, like sandbags kind of thing, but just very bare bones. And a few of them are like, oh shoot, were we not gonna set up here? Are we going to the far end? It seems like they're in disarray and not working together, and some of them have been left behind and are getting torched as the salamander continues to progress. You guys have just been assaulted by this booby trap that you had just gone through, which has managed to spread out a lot of your troops. But with this sudden push into the next chamber and their quick retreat, you guys are starting to rally yourselves back together. And it's in this position that you guys hear an inhuman battle cry from the rear, bolstering the resolve of all who hear it as a figure runs to the front. Those terrified and hiding at the rear chastise themselves before following the foolish figure, not out of shame or reinforced resolve, but something else entirely. Panda, would you please introduce your character and what it is that you scream as you run to the front?
Obrecht Orkington, yes, that's his real name, charges into the battle carrying a single chain axe, yelling, "Even in the hive, the Emperor protects!" And yeah.
And that clipping audio is the shell shocked ears that our people
Oh
are still
darn!
struggling
It
with.
didn't. It didn't. I said, "Even in the eye of the Emperor protects." I just said it loud.
Understood.
Yeah.
The
To lower
the
my
the
volume,
tetanus
'cause
is
this
coming
guy's
out of
gonna
your
be
ear.
laughing.
Tetanus? The tinnitus.
Tetanus?
You have tetanus pouring out of your ears. You don't know what it is that they threw
Ugh.
at you. But
Ew. Oh no, I don't even want to
That's,
visualize that. Ow. Ooh. Ew.
Okay.
No.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna test my mic and see if I can lower it down so it doesn't peak.
All right.
I'm peeking it.
But I'm peeking. But yeah, you hear people starting to rally together, and people are grouping up, and you can hear this chant starting to come up as people do agree with you and scream, "For the Emperor!"
Okay, I lowered it. By like
How's that?
20%. That's good doing.
I like stood
Uh,
back from my room.
Yeah, for the soldiers follow behind you, screaming for the Emperor is what you missed.
All right.
I like
That's it.
stood across my room and yelled. My parents aren't
just,
home, so
Valid. My parents are. But they know that I'm a crazy person, so.
Crate.
okay. As you guys start to all gather up, getting into, once again, a large chunk rushing forward, that's when another set of planted explosions detonates, causing a nearby support pillar to creak and snap before crumbling down on top of the bridge. Without even a second of hesitation, a large figure runs up, catching the falling steel before it flattens soldiers on the front line. The Astartes, spraying his flame, turns and notices this situation and decides to shoot a few streams, setting some cover ablaze as the cultists scramble and try and roll around in the fire, allowing him just a moment as Gaviel turns and hurries to your side and looks at you, his massive bolt coming alongside yours as he attempts to help disperse the debris. "Do not confuse foolishness as bravery," he says to you, Ryan.
Snevlers can't squish me. I'm too strong for that.
Oh shoot, I forgot to have you guys do stuff this entire time. Let's back up a second, if you guys don't mind.
Okay.
Sorry to stomp on your thing, Ryan.
All good.
Let's start with actually no, let's go ahead and do yours first, Ryan. Can you give me
Okay.
a strength check?
Sure. Oh, like just full on strength or like athletic?
Let's do strength.
Okay.
Actually, no. Let's make this a skill check. You're correct. Let's do athletics.
All right. 60. Ooh. I crit my wrath dice.
All right.
Then that's 2 plus 1. 2. Okay, so not including the fact that it's a crit, that would be 6 in total. So what is that, 12 then, in that case?
Wait. How many dice did you roll?
I rolled 6 because that's my athletics.
Okay.
Yeah, check the dice channel.
Where's the dice channel?
Oh, yeah, the dice
Dice
bot.
bots, text channel.
Gotcha.
Sparrow, is it still okay if I roll my dice IRL?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Okay,
Oh,
so you've got
make
two
it-
sixes, which are actually exalted icons. So that's two
Yep,
successes.
and the first one is my wrath dice. At least that's what I'm considering. That's what
Yeah.
it's gonna be.
Do you guys want to have Wrath dice be like D8s instead to like keep them separate, or do you guys find if they're still sixes or whatnot?
They're supposed to still be d6s, so I think
Yeah.
it's best that we keep it that
Okay.
way.
We'll just do the first one, or if you have more, the first however many is
Okay, so the
wrath
first
die.
one will be a Wrath dice. Okay, so
Yeah.
you got 1 point of Wrath. Go ahead and mark that down. That's a resource that only you
Okay.
can use. You've got let's see, you got a 5, a 4. That's 2 successes plus a 6, which is another 2. So you got 4 successes.
Yes, and 2 exalted. And since the wrath dice became exalted, it's also a crit, I believe. Or it gives you the
totally.
wrath.
Yes, so you got the 1
Okay.
point of Wrath. So the Wrath dice is separate from your skill. So
Gotcha.
so yes, what does this look like as you push the falling debris off of the bridge and save everybody?
Bruce pretty much just he's putting his entire back into it, just pushing away whatever debris was set to fall and kind of redirecting the way that it would fall to go off of the bridge instead of on top of everybody else.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. Let's have Panda. Can you roll me a leadership skill, please?
All right. Let's see. Gotta remember where leadership is.
It should be one of your skills.
Yeah. Oh, yep. There it is. Okay. So I just roll. Mine's a 3, so I just roll 3 dice. Yeah.
Let's do 4 because one of them will be your Wrath dice.
All right.
The wrath dice are included in the dice themselves.
Are they?
Oh,
I thought
gotcha.
that they were
They
always
are.
separate.
No.
No, it's always one of yours is a wrath die. No
Gotcha.
matter, you
But
only
I
have
thought, like,
one,
the
it's
ra-
only a wrath die.
I thought you rolled a Wrath die and then you also rolled a number of dice equal to your skill.
So
The wrath
Do I
die is
just,
included. It's just special.
Oh.
do I just tell you the max I got, or like the number?
No, I need to know the
Individual
individual
one.
numbers that you rolled.
Okay, I got 1 5 and 2 3s.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that is 1 success, 2 failures.
Yes. I will do this sort of Monster of the Week rules that 2s and 3s are like mixed successes. So I'll say that you don't necessarily inspire everybody to like follow you, but you do get people rallied a little bit, and they're you know, they're yelling. They're not exactly, organized, but people are like, yeah, let's do this for the Emperor. All right. You know what, Barefoot? You can roll me an awareness skill check. How about that?
Awareness, hell yeah. All right. Oh my god. What is this? What makes the number of dice? Is it just my ability and awareness? Like that number?
Yes. Whatever the level of skill that you have, that's how many dice that you roll.
Okay, so it'd be 3d6.
Okay. And the first one will be your Wrath dice. All right. Go
Oh, he
ahead and
crit
give
with his
yourself a
Wrath
point of
dice.
Wrath.
I do what?
Give yourself 1 Wrath.
One wrath point.
Yep. So that's 3 successes.
You can expend wrath points for extra dice, I believe, in later rolls.
Wrath lets you
Yeah.
re-roll any number of dice once.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Glory is additional dice.
Gotcha.
I will say that is enough. If you would like to, you can bank 1 glory, or you can get an extra effect. So I'll say that there are 2 things that you can spot here. You can either choose one and get yourself a glory, or you can spot both of them.
What does glory do?
Glory is like an extra dice that you can roll later.
Yeah, glory is a
Ew.
party-wide resource. Everyone can get it by shifting an exalted icon if they roll over what they needed, only once per check, or
Yeah.
some other
And you
way.
said I could spend a wrath point to spot both?
No, I was saying that
Or-
what you can do is, because you got more successes than necessary, you can shift your extra success to spot the second thing, so you can spot both things, or you can just spot one of them with one of your
and then get a
successes.
glory point. Gotcha.
So, do you want to bank the extra success for later to use, or do you want to go ahead and spot both things right now?
Spot both things.
Okay. You look across the chasm, and you can see that the cultists, while disjointed, you can see that some of them do seem to be more in order. You can tell that there is almost like 2 factions working together here, where there are some of them that are, looking a bit mad. They're just kind of wielding melee weapons. They're not like mentally there to, use tactics and higher level weapons like guns and whatnot. And then you can see that there are some actual cultists that seem to be like directing things and giving instructions. And you can see that what they're doing is they're actually starting to set up what looks like a larger mounted gun at the far end of the bridge. The second thing that you see is there seems to be communication happening, as if they're calling some sort of reinforcements or something. So yes, those are the 2 things that you notice. As you push the debris off of the bridge, the Astartes turns back towards the bridge, readying his flamer, ready to once again push back any enemies that are approaching or again attempting to flee. But he can see that the small bit of fire that he started has actually grown into a larger blaze, as if that there is a wall of fire that is spread across this bridge. Donnie, would you like to describe your character?
Why, yes, I would. 1 second while I pull it up. 'cause
And you
I
can give me a
forgot what I
psychic
fucking-
mastery check.
I forgot what I fucking named this man already. I'm a horrible person. There we go.
His name is Birkenstocks.
The name is
Ethan.
Nikolai Gamir, and I am here to make sure that they burn for their heresy.
Nice.
And
Sparkhead's cooking them snivellers good.
where is my psychic mastery?
Astartes Gaviel turns to you and gives you like a nod, Ryan, and he says like, "It's good to have some help from the warp on our side." Goodness gracious!
4, 5.
It's okay. Give yourself a wrath point of wrath.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah!
You got 6 success.
Let me check the difficulty of firewall. Difficulty 7.
I'm going to say that the difficulty has decreased by, I was going to say like 1 or 2, because 1, there already was flame, and 2, you're not really holding anything too desperately. But because we're about to like continue marching now, I think you can drop it for free if you want, and you don't get
Okay.
any like you think that the warp doesn't notice you. You're all good. But you can see that the individuals that were rolling around or attempting to flee are just now charred corpses that Gaviel just like walks through, and they disintegrate as he begins to march forward. Is there anything that you guys would like to say or do before I keep going?
How far away are the things that I spotted?
I'm gonna say that this bridge is how big is a football field?
100
About a
yards.
football field.
I'm gonna say 200 yards. This is a 200-yard bridge. But I think as the fire comes down, you guys start to see the whirring of this gun as it begins firing, and Gaviel steps forward and blocks the fire as he says, "Get behind me!" And the machine gun just sprays into his body, but it just pings and ricochets and flies off like water splashing against a rock. It's just like nothing. He's impervious, as this type of machine gun fire cannot penetrate his armor. I will be your shield.
Bruce is also going to try to form a shield wall with him and form up a line and push up with him.
What, do you have a shield?
I do. I have a slab shield.
All right. What's the defense on that?
It is 4, and I also have the archetype shield wall, which lets me add, if an attack is made against an ally within 3 meters, that ally can add my shield's armor rating to their armor rating.
The highest that they can get is a 3. So yeah, this is you have no worries. This is just pinging off of you. The amount of it is like pushing against you, so you can't just like run across, but you guys are like steadily marching forward, and everyone's lining up behind you. You guys continue to march forward, reinforcing the confidence of all present, reminding them that anything is possible if they have the Emperor's Chosen with them. As his flamer sprays indiscriminately, a ripple passes through the air. A subtle shift in the warp comes to your attention. This is more than just insubordination. This is heretical. I kind of feel like I want Donnie to roll me another... I'll say Psychic Mastery.
Okay.
Actually, do you have like a skill for like detecting stuff?
There is actually a psychic power specifically for it.
I was thinking it,
Psyniscence.
so I just don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, it's a Psyniscence.
Yes, Psyniscience. That's right.
And I can certainly do so. That is 7d6, and I have to get at least 3
Okay.
for Psyniscence.
I'm actually going to say that this is going to be a difficulty 4. Just
Okay.
because there isn't like a specific psyker that you can see to like read.
4,
You're like getting
6
something.
icons.
All right.
And
6
I'm going
icons.
to shift the Exalted for the Glory.
So you don't want extra success.
I thought you could only get glory from your wrath dice.
No. You can shift any Exalted icon as far as I'm aware.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I believe it's the 6s that are like the exalted icons. Only those are the ones you can shift. I'm just going to let you guys have any amount of extra successes that you get work. Just to sort of make it easier, just because it's like, oh, which one's a success, which one's exalted. It's just trying to keep it simple. So I will say that if you want to spend all of your successes here, I will give you an exact description of what's happening. Otherwise,
Okay.
I will give you a vague description, and then you can kind of make an assumption based off of that. So, what would you like to do here?
Well, information is important. I'll take the information, I suppose.
Okay. You make the terrifying realization that there are reinforcements teleporting in. And though you cannot see them, you can tell that they are coming from down the hall on the other side of the bridge. And you realize that these are not humans. Or they are humanoid, but you get the idea that this is beyond more than just some crewmates, being confused by the warp. But this is actual... there is a warp presence here that is fueling the sedition here. And... you know that there are there are 8 presences approaching your position very fast, and they are pure warp energy.
All right. Cool. Nikolai is going to have his eyes go wide and shout, "We have the more coming! Teleporting! They are fast!"
You call this warning just as the whirring of the machine gun starts to slow. And I think as Gaviel readies his flamer for whatever it's coming, you guys see these figures that look fairly humanoid, but you can see that their limbs are like tentacles or different malformed shapes, and they are sprinting at you with inhuman speed. And the first one that rushes down the bridge gets immediately assaulted by a flamer, but it almost seems to just melt his body away rather than actually burning and causing him. And they don't feel any pain. But with the full force of a flamer, it just gets immediately melted to the ground before it even gets close. But you can see that where its body melts to the ground, it begins to eat away at the floor, disintegrating and ruining the bridge. And Gaviel shouts, "We must move forward quickly before they destroy the bridge." And you guys quickly, you begin to hurry, picking up your pace as more of these figures run. One of them does trip and fall as it burns, and it falls off to the side. Before it melts, it seems to glow brighter blue and blue and blue, but it just falls immediately into the void, and you lose sight of it. Another one trips over a human body and just gets shot by las gunfire. Does anyone want to do anything specific as these guys are running towards you?
Is the gunfire still happening?
No, the machine gun fire from across the bridge has stopped to let the suiciders attempt to run down the bridge at you guys. There's currently
Gotcha.
6 running at you.
Thought you said a third went down to Lasfire.
Yes. So there's 5 of them left. One of them got melted, one of them fell off to the side, and a third fell to las gunfire. You are correct.
Gotcha. I would like to charge past the shield wall and attempt to bury my chain axe in one of them.
Okay.
I'll push up with him.
Gaviel is going to yell at you guys and say, like, "No!" Okay. Panda, I would like you to roll
He
me
said move quickly.
a melee skill check.
Melee skill?
Like what's your weapon skill?
Weapon skill.
Oh, is it just
Uh,
weapons? Sorry, ballistic skill and weapon skill.
Yeah, it's just weapon skill in this
Yeah.
case because, you know.
hmm So I thought
Anyhow,
weapon skill was like referring to more than just melee.
I get that. Let's see. Okay. I will roll all 6 of those.
Alrighty.
Let's see. One of my dice. Okay, so uh 2 1s, 2 2s, a 3, a 4, and a 5.
Say that again. Sorry.
2 1s,
Okay.
2 2s,
Okay.
1 3, and a 4 and a 5.
Which one's your Rast dice?
Probably-
2.
Okay. So you don't complicate. So that's good. Yes, that will be just enough to succeed. What's your damage?
That is. Let's see. If I remember correctly, it is. Let's check war gear. I wish that I didn't have to like go into edit and fucking check.
You don't have to.
Well, how? Anyway.
Go
Okay.
to-
No, I see it. It is 11 plus 5 extra dice. So.
Okay. So go ahead and roll that.
Yep. So.
Every success will give you +1 damage, and Exalted will give you +2 damage.
Alrighty. Let's see. Okay, so yep, no, this is the ideal time for this to happen. Yep. 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, and 2 6s.
Okay. Now, what does this look like as you as you're starting to jog up? This thing just flies through the air at you like a car traveling 60 miles an hour. It just flies at your face. What do you do with your sword?
I take my axe, two-handing, and I just swing overhead and cleave into this thing's face while the chain is like going off to just start cutting through it.
Okay. All right. Ryan, I'm gonna need you to save this man now as he cuts through this thing and it bisects it, and as the two pieces begin to fly off either side of the bridge, they start to glow violently blue and begin to explode. Ryan, what do you do to save this man?
I use my shield wall like archetype skill.
Okay. What does that do?
Adds my shield's armor rating to any nearby ally to their armor rating. So what's
Okay.
your armor rating, Panda?
4.
Okay, my shield's also 4.
Okay.
So that's
8.
8 in total.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to say, how much shock do you guys have?
5.
5 maximum.
Okay. I would like you guys to attempt to soak. Because as the
Okay.
thing,
Does that use resilience
I
as
believe
well?
so.
Or... Okay, I have 15 resilience.
Yeah, so you
let's
use
see.
1 point of resilience to attempt to soak, which means that you roll. Shoot, what is this again? Gosh dang it.
And I have 11 resilience, so there's that at least.
Hold on, I need to look this up again. How do you soak?
Guys, I'm breaking the DM already. Yep, I'm kidding.
You have to
I'm
roll determination. That's what it is. Using your character's toughness.
Yeah, when you would take wound damage after your resilience, you may attempt to soak.
Oh, okay. So my resilience is just damage that I can ignore.
It's like
and
it's
then-
like temporary HP basically.
Okay, so what is your guys' resilience?
15.
my resilience is 11.
Okay. You guys are going to survive this because you take 12 points of damage, which means that your resilience is able to ignore most of that. But you will
Okay,
take...
and that's
Is
all.
12
That's
points of damage
subtracting the
after the
defense.
8?
That's after defense as well.
Correct.
Damn.
Damn.
Yes. These things are no joke.
Alright. Do I need to, like, rest to recover resilience, or is this just...
I know that you get shock back after combat.
Yeah, like, because
how do you get
resilience doesn't have a meter, so is it just an amount that I can take off of damage that I would take?
Hold on. Resilience is a static defense system. It's your toughness plus your armor rating. So,
Oh, it's
So
static. Oh shit. Okay, so we're good. We're good, Panda.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
I can't, I should still, do I have to make a roll to,
no, you could just mark those
shock?
wounds down. Like, that's not a big enough thing that you have to... You don't need to try and
Well, no, I
soak
just,
this as shock at the moment.
Yeah,
I
it
mean-
says if damage exceeds resilience, the target suffers 1 wound per damage point above the total.
And instead of taking wounds, you can instead take shock, which is
Yeah,
like...
if damage equals resilience, the target typically suffers 1d3 shock.
Okay. So
So we're good.
this thing explodes, and the Astartes steps... Like, your shield, I think you slam it down in front of him right as it explodes, and you get knocked back, Ryan. Like, that's how much the shockwave, and you like get thrown back, and Gaviel catches you and
just
says,
like scrapes the ground.
yeah, he's like, that's the second time that you've thrown yourself to danger. Do not let it happen again.
I have to
Pull
protect
the
the little one.
Emperor!
Oh, gosh.
Charges in again? No, I'm kidding,
Doing the Emperor's duty, sir.
You
It's my
watch
job.
as another form explodes with void energy further along the bridge, and you can actually feel the bridge begin to rattle and shake as it is not long for this world. Yes, sir?
What is exploding?
You watch as when these individuals take any form of damage, they instantly crumple, fold in on themselves, completely crunching inwards before imploding, where if I think this is at this point where I'm going to describe where you guys watch as one of these figures explodes further down the bridge, and you watch as a rift in space-time tears open, and you watch as this essence of the warp becomes tangible for a moment. You see this energy pouring out into your reality for just a split second, and yet it feels like time seems to stretch on for seconds, minutes, hours. You see these constant mouths and tentacles reaching for your mind, intending to consume your soul, constantly growing out of this infinitesimal point in time. And all you can do is stare in horror as the insurmountable infinity is upon you. And then just as quickly as it comes, it's gone. And the explosion through space-time collapses, and you're stunned for a moment until you hear the sound of a heavy metallic clang as the gun begins to whir up again. Assumingly, there's only like 2 of these guys coming down the bridge, and they're starting to get the gun up again. And Gaviel says, "Get behind me!" once again, charging in front of you. Charging in front of you, Orkington.
Obrecht. Orkington was my father. Obrecht will fall behind.
You'll actually watch as he runs forward, blocking the gunfire. As he positions himself in front of you, you watch as one of these these flesh warped individuals, throws itself at Gavial, which he knocks away with his heavy flamer, before catching another one with his left hand, snapping its neck and tossing it off the side. But as it does so, it explodes, rocking the entire the bridge, and you guys all fall to the ground. And when you look back up, you see Gavial's entire left side is just gone, and there's this huge hole in the bridge, and you watch him fall to his knees as this gore and blood just falls out of his left side. His left arm is just completely gone, and half of his torso is also missing. And you just watch as this blood is leaking out of him, despite Astartes, very limited ability to actually bleed. You can still see that like his guts are starting to fall out, and everyone's resolve is shaken. In fact, I would like you guys to make a resolve check. Wait, what is it? What is it? What's for resisting horror? What is it? What is the
Would be willpower?
Yeah, make a willpower check,
Or-
everybody. Let's just do willpower,
Or
that's
wait.
fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe conviction? I don't know. Resolve could work as well. Determination.
Let's see. Resolve test. Characters often make willpower-based tests to resist their effects of fear, intimidation, or psychic horrors.
Yeah, that's what it is.
resolve. Conviction. Protect them from gaining corruption. Leadership. Yeah. Medicate. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay.
So
So
conviction?
it's
Let's
called-
do resolve. Let's do resolve for this one. As
What?
this immortal warrior,
Oh.
one of these Astartes, has taken a mortal wound.
I got a 2 and a 6.
Okay.
So wait, if I have 0 in resolve,
I guess you automatically fail.
hell yeah.
I'll let you roll 1 dice.
Woo, one
Just to see
die.
if you complicate.
Wait, how do you have a 0 in resolve?
I don't know.
I don't
It's-
know what.
It's
Stack
fine.
goes
I'm not
into it.
worried about it.
1 on Wrath, but 3 successes.
Oh, so you complicate, but you have 3 successes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Oh, is it the
I want to do something special for you, Donnie, because I think you realize what's sort of happening here. I'm not sure how to explain this to you. Actually, I think I'm going to come back to you, or like later you look back on this moment and you realize something. But I think everyone is stunned as this happens, except for you, Nikolai, where you're able to hold yourself together, but you are terrified of using any of your psychic abilities right now because you know that the warp is watching right here, this specific spot, this moment right now.
I see.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, you watch as his flesh attempts to knit itself back together, but there's just not much left as his just bowels are like leaking out the side of his body, despite his incredibly healing factor. The machine gun is once again firing again, so it's kind of shooting over his head as he's like kind of leaning forward. The flamer just at his side, his right hand just kind of limply resting against it. Ryan, it is up to you to hold up to defense as everyone seems to be retreating at this point now as the bridge is rattling and creaking terribly.
All right. So is this gun still firing?
Yes, the machine gun
Okay.
on the far side is firing. So
as soon as I see him fall, I immediately bring up my shield and run into where that gun is firing to create, well, a wall.
okay. I mean, it's firing down the length of the bridge, so anywhere on the bridge will be protecting everybody behind you. I'm gonna say that Gaviel is directly in front of you, but he is immune to the fire, so they are trying to like shoot around him at anybody else attempting to come across the bridge. So, do you want to attempt to run up to Gaviel somehow?
I think so. I want
Okay.
to be able to get in front of him.
Okay, you
Just
do so.
because
You're close. You were
armor
close
is
enough to
broken.
him so that you can run up to him, uh, and he's just kind of like shell shocked a little bit. Like you can tell that he's breathing very labored, and he's like swaying a little bit from side to side, but he's still conscious. He's just kind of like mentally catching himself back together.
Get back, find cover, wait for others. Rest.
Give me a persuasion or a leadership.
All right. A complication, and three icons.
Okay. Oh, actually, do you guys want to do it that I decide what the complication is, or do you guys want to roll for it? Do you want to decide? Because there are different ways that we can do complications here.
It feels a little strong. I rolled a 1, therefore I can't use the warp because I'm too afraid.
No, I'm not saying that you can't use the warp. I'm just letting you know that it's very dangerous right now. So you're gonna. I was gonna say that the complication is that if you attempt to use the warp, that it's gonna require an additional success. That's all. Sorry, I didn't quite say that right. But if you would prefer to
Okay.
roll for your complication, you can do that.
Um,
I was just giving you a complication that made sense to the situation based off of what was happening.
I thought it would have been kind of funny if his complication accidentally summoned another one of those fuckers.
How to roll for complication?
Why is there so many mentions of resolve in this book before they actually define what resolve is?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now if I go find what complications for resolve checks usually are.
Let's do psycher complication. Goodness, my fingers were like off the keyboard, so I kept typing wrong. I guess you could roll on perils of the warp, but
Oh, Jesus, no.
what?
Do you know how violently bad those all are?
Yeah, no, I know, but like that's kind of what is going on right now.
Okay.
No, let's not do that. I don't want to mess with the scene too much.
I'll just take the +1 difficulty, I guess.
What's the complication? I'm like trying to find it. The complications table.
Complications aren't necessarily supposed to be something that is a table. It's just something that's supposed to make a scene more interesting.
All right. Donnie, what would you like your complication to be?
It's
Ba-
fine.
Basically, what the situation was is that everyone saw something horrifying, and you succeeded. However, something happened. So, like, maybe did you drop your weapon, or did you, I don't know, sprain your ankle or something? Uh, I'll let you decide what your complication is. Because you succeeded, but I think you maybe saw something a little bit more that everyone else said. That's why I said that you're a little concerned about using your powers right now. That's all I was trying to do.
How about for the next round, I can't shoot because I'm shaken.
Okay. Yeah, your hands are a little shaky, so you attempt to hold your weapon and you just can't fire it correctly. So you're like, you know that if you attempt to fire it, that it won't fire straight. So you're a little scared to use it right now. All right, I like that. That's good. What did? Oh, we need to go back to what Ryan was doing. So you got a 1 on your wrath dice. So you also complicated.
Yeah.
You
But
got,
I got 3 icons, so I don't know if that like
um
works or not.
you're telling him to retreat.
I'm telling him to take cover and basically telling him to wait for others to tend to him.
Okay.
Pretty much.
What do you think your complication is?
I would think
like he's drunk.
I would think probably that like he would heed my advice, but still like attempt to fire over the cover while he's wounded.
I think 3 successes is enough to like get to him, and it does rouse him. I think he understands the severity of the situation. I'm just a little because again, I don't have like a hard DC, so I don't know if I don't want to say 3 isn't enough, but I feel like
3 is average.
Yeah.
Just as like a frame of reference.
Right. No, I just feel like this Astartes is just. I think he's. Go with me on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think he starts mumbling to himself for a moment, and then you realize that it was a prayer as he ends with saying, "Emperor, give me strength." And he slowly starts to stand, probably like with your assistance, and he holds up his flamer in his right hand and turns his right side towards the gunfire, attempting to like block the bullets because. And unfortunately, this causes his left side to be in full view of everyone behind him, and I think he looks at you, Ryan, and I think he's not going to back down, but I think you guys have a moment, and you can say something else to him, but basically his idea is like, we need to stop them here. My duty is here, but yours lies elsewhere. And I think he is going to march forward and make a sacrifice. And you can choose to either go with him and help him, because basically the bridge is about to collapse, and he's not fast enough to get off the bridge before it does, but you can. So he's going to take your place and block the gunfire if you want to run for it, or you can attempt to help him with whatever he's about to do next.
Sparrow,
Yes, sir.
I have a dumb question.
Go for it.
How heavy is a space marine?
Incredibly.
Could
They can
lift him?
No.
They're like tons. It's
This
like
is
car.
also he's got a heavy
Wait.
flamer.
No, I'm just curious because he said that he's not gonna be as like that this bridge wouldn't be able to sustain the weight of a rhino.
Right. So
he
with
can't
with
be that
with an
heavy.
Astartes and an
He's-
Ogren, it's already getting close, and this thing is weak. It's rattling right now. everybody else is running off of the bridge, so it's just you three on the bridge right now.
I drag him to assist his movement.
Where do you want to attempt to drag him? Because he is standing.
Back, I suppose.
He's going forward, unless you can convince him otherwise. So, like, I'm gonna say that with your successes, Ryan, he like listens to you, but with that complication, I'm gonna say that he is not going to retreat. But you can attempt to say or do something. So if you want to knock him out and drag him with you, you can do that. If you want to try and convince him again, you can do so. But you can see that there's like a subtle glow on him right now. Like there's this bit of like radiant energy that's starting to surround him, that's causing the bullets to just like fling off harmlessly. And as they do, they almost like turn to molten slag and shoot off like fireworks to the side. He made his final prayer to the Emperor, and he is going to do the Emperor's will before he falls in battle.
I think we should probably just get whoever is behind us to fall back and retreat back to,
Well, no use crying over spilled guts. Flee.
Okay. Heeding Astartes Gavial's warning, you guys begin to slowly back away using Ryan's shields, and Gavial begins to march forward very slowly, each step causing the bridge to shake even more and more. He's using his flamer as a crutch, but you can see that it's like getting impaled with like stray bolt fire, and it's starting to scratch it, and you can see that it's probably not built to be used as a shield, and you can see that it's starting to take some serious damage. With each step, more of him spills out like a gruesome breadcrumbs, leading to victory, where he leads the charge into the fires of battle. Lasguns, bolters, and other improvised weapons glance off of him as if he was truly invincible, and for those devoted enough, they can see this golden shimmer from a distance as he continues to march forward. Unto the anvils of war. Explosions are tossed at him as his flamer bursts apart, unable to be used as a weapon. The bridge groans in protest as it cannot handle any more strange. "Clear the bridge!" someone yells as he takes his flamer and slams it into the ground, an explosion that engulfs the bridge. And you don't see his body anymore. And in fact, you all turn your face away as this combustion of white light engulfs the majority of this area. And when you turn back, all you can see is flaming wreckage falling into the chasm below, and you cannot make out any sign of Gavial. You see heretics across the bridge, ranting and yelling and throwing various bits into the chasm. You can see that the machine gun on the other side is completely destroyed. It looks like a stray piece of wreckage flew and crunched it, killing the person that was manning it and also destroying it. So you guys are now on opposite sides of the chasm. Their rebellion cornered but not defeated. What would you guys like to do? Probably battered and defeated. You want to go report to the captain about what's transpired here, but I wasn't sure if there were any final things or any, things that you want to do.
We don't have any knowledge of a way to get to the other side before they'd have scattered, right?
You could give me a history, or what would this be?
Thank God, Donnie. I appreciate
Some
you,
sort of
you
knowledge
doing
check.
what I wanted to do because my character is not smart enough to do that.
Um,
I'll say an awareness skill 5, maybe.
oh, where? I'm not a very aware person. I have a.
I just don't know how much
I'm
knowledge
gonna.
of this spaceship you guys would know. Basically, this is like a giant war machine. So there are connecting pathways and alternate routes and whatnot, but trying to get there before they scatter, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try because I have a 2 in awareness.
If you guys had your navigator here, he might be able to help you, but I don't think anybody here would have intimate knowledge of the ship and its pathways.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
I would
our
think that we would just need to
navigator-
vox it in.
All right. Who vox in the report? Is it Panda's character?
Do any of us actually have a vox?
I think you guys pull back, regroup. Someone gets set up on a vox that's in the ship. They like make their way over to kind of like a phone booth kind of setup thing.
Well, I'm a guardsman, I swear. So like,
I swear.
yeah. Fuck.
You can believe me.
I'm a guardsman. So, like, definitely a guardsman. No way to lie about that. Anyway, yeah. So I'll say the report. Yeah.
Okay. You vox in, and get a hold of the communications officer that's on the bridge. What do you tell them exactly? And this can be in character, out of character.
Oi, Commander! The lizard's dead. Sacrificed himself in the name of the Emperor.
And what of the cultists?
They're trapped in. What are our coordinates again?
Yes, I know exactly where you are. I can see where you've rung in from.
They're across the bridge.
We have caller ID on this ship.
They're across that rickety bridge. Well, the bridge ain't so rickety no
Across the
more.
ventilation shaft. Yes, I can see. I see. There's some specific explosion that's gone down there. I assume that was you.
This is the salamander, primarily.
Quick aside. In one of the missions in Dark Tide, you have to like enter into a facility going through the vents. And there's like a Adeptus Mechanicus lady that's like, all right, I'm going to let you in now. Seems like there's some sort of foreign material in the ventilation shaft. Oh wait, that's you.
Oh, freaking Hadron.
Yeah. It's just really funny. So like, yes, they are aware of where you are and what's going on. For the most part, they get that there was a battle, and so yeah. Seems
The
like
cultists, the heretics, cornered? Yeah, cornered. We just need to find our way around the ventilation, and then we can...
it seems like they're trapped in the maintenance channels on the far side of the ship. We'll send down detachments to cordon off those areas, and we'll box them in. Typical procedure. Actually, this is something that you probably would know. I'm trying to... What's a good skill for you, Panda, that is like tactics or like battle awareness or something? Like, what's a good skill for you to figure out, like, because they are doing something that, makes sense for the situation, but Rather, normally what... actually, I probably don't want to say, but... Give me some sort of skill check, and this will be relatively easy for you.
Joke's on you. I don't have any skills that are good at
Aw.
Do you have cunning?
Yeah, at the same level as my leadership, so...
All right. Just give me
Yeah.
one of those.
I would make the joke of like, yo, can I roll intimidation? Can I intimidate the info out of myself?
You can roll investigation. You know what? Because you're an orc, yes. You can roll to intimidate yourself to see if you remember something.
You better remember this.
You get like a little scratch at the back of your head. You're like, huh, I know I should remember something. Get it out of there.
Okay, yep, no, this tracks. I'm doing stupid shit, so my dice are rolling fucking well. I got a 3, a 5, and 2 6s, and one of those 6s was my wrath dice.
Okay, so give yourself a point of wrath. With that bullshit roll, I will give you the information.
How many additional successes do I have to clarify?
You're gonna have to use all of them because this would normally not work unless.
I figured I'd check, like, if I could bank any.
Oh,
I'm
all right.
pretty
You know
sure
what? How greedy do you want to be? How many successes do you think you need for this roll?
All of them.
Okay. All right.
I need to convince myself so hard that I will kill myself if I don't remember this. So
Like,
that
what
I
is?
can
You like hold the
remember-
pistol to your head, like, tell me the information now. You're like,
I turned the chain axe backwards, like towards me, rev it, and I go, "You better remember this. You better,
interrogating
or you're
yourself.
gonna be cleaved in half."
oh. I
Yeah,
hope this
so-
sets a standard for you having to interrogate yourself every single time you forget something.
My intimidation is gonna get better.
All right, I will give you 2 pieces of information. One, the typical standard procedure here is to like box them in and then like let them starve, because it uses more materials and manpower to attempt to fight them. That's not what's happening right now. It seems like they are actually trying to expedite the process to quell this rebellion and see to it. And that's not because they're a specific type of enemy. It's not like because they're the warp, we have to worry about them teleporting stuff in or whatnot. But like that is a problem. But you also know that the captain, the rogue trader, has been especially strict as of late with the certain matters of like conducting his crew, making sure that things are safe and shipshape. It seems like he's kind of been concerned about a lot of aspects of a ship that have been mostly ignored up until now. It's almost as if the bar has like increased an echelon for like what is deemed acceptable lately. So you don't know exactly what it is, but you do know that is something that the captain has been on about.
Sir, may I make a suggestion?
What is it, soldier?
Are there any troops around here? Any extra troops around here?
We've got detachments already on their way. It probably would be for the best if you get back here. Seems like the captain's not in a good mood, and you should probably talk to him before things get much messier.
I understand that, but if there are no other groups aside from the detachments, why don't we just open the doors?
I understand that you don't know the inner workings of the ship, so how about you just get back here and we'll regroup, and you'll get your new mission.
Alright. Puts the box down.
You have to hang up, otherwise we'll just be connected here, and you're like already walking away. This is
Yes,
an old
I-
system that doesn't disconnect. You have to do it manually before.
All right. The captain wants to see us and assign us a new mission.
And I guess my question is, would you guys like to leave it here? Would you like to go meet the captain, talk about some things? Do you guys want to discuss amongst yourselves about anything? What would you like to do? Because this is kind of all I had for the session 0. Like, I've got more, but I think it would be, like, better for, like, leading into the next session. But we could go meet the captain, at least, if you want.
I think leaving it off here wouldn't be bad. What do you guys think?
Yeah, especially because Hawkins is supposed to be the navigator and therefore probably on the bridge.
We
That's
will
true.
get lost on the way to the bridge without Hawkins.
Little running lights turn on, lighting your path, pointing you towards the elevator.
Ryan, Barefoot, you guys?
Huh?
Your opinion on continue? Yo, wait, Barefoot, how did you turn that into dark? Oh, wait, no, I figured it out. Never mind, I'm a fucking retard. Don't mind me, I'm stupid. I'm stupid as fuck. I'm a dumb motherfucker.
The stinkers.
You dense mother. All right.
Dense motherfucker.
Yeah. Do you guys want to call it here, or do you want to meet the captain? Is there any other things that you guys would like to do as a group before we call the session?
Down for calling it here.
Okay.
Yeah.